For this project, we are going to be creating a Greek vase using etching. Greek pottery is important for both its beauty of its form and decoration and for the light it sheds on the development of the Greeks' pictorial art. Because fire clay is highly durable and few or no Greek words in wood or textiles or wall painting have survived, the painted decorations of this pottery have become the main source of information about the process whereby Greeks artists gradually solved many problems representing three-dimensional objects and figures on a flat or curved surface. The large number of surviving examples is also the result of a much wider resilience on pottery vessels in the period when other materials were expensive or unknown. The Greeks used pottery vessels primarily to store, transport, and drink such liquids such as wine or water. Smaller pots were used as containers for perfumes and other liquids. The pottery made at this time were the earliest in Greek art to show narrative scenes from popular myths, particularly those about Hercules. In this period, the surface of the pot was completely covered with a network of fine patterns, which circles and arcs the predominant storyline. The geometric style is characterized by these forms and by the gradual appearance of an animal and finally human figures. The first step to creating your Greek vase is to take either a pencil or a white color pencil to create your vase. You'll get your etching paper and you'll start to sketch it out. On the handout there are 2 pages that show different vases. Start to draw your vase, picking whether it's more circular or more oval, and then picking your handle types. When you start to begin etching, you have 2 tools that you can use. You can either use a toothpick or you can use our metal etching device. When you're using the metal etching device, you'll notice that it has a diagonal edge. That is the edge where you use to scrape your line. What you are doing is you are scraping back and forth, creating a line. It's taking off the black paint and revealing the gold foil. You do not want to dig too deep, because if you do, then you're not going to see your gold foil. The trick for this is to be gentle. Step 2 is to start to create your decorative designs. There are 2 handouts that will show you different decorative border designs. It is up to you which decorative borders you choose. I'm placing mine at the very bottom and the top of my vase to give me enough room for my narrative story. And once you have your designs created, then you're going to start to think about what kind of story do you want to tell. Do you want to have just one creature or do you want to have 2? My suggestion is to either have just 1 or 2. Don't try to make it 3. It'll be way too hard, and it's okay if you just have 1. I started off creating a Pegasus. I wanted to also have it where I had Athena, so I started making a person as well, leaving enough room for the person. Be aware, if you do 2, it is a lot harder than just doing 1, because the bigger you have your creature for your story narrative, the easier it is to etch. The smaller you have it, the harder it is to etch. So think about your different details. Also think about your value. I've had some areas where I have completely gold on the sections, and then I have some areas where it's just a line, and some areas where I've gotten some cross hatching to give me some value in my narrative story. Don't forget, you can have it where it is a creature from Greek mythology. You can have it where it's a Greek god. You can have it where it's just a common Greek person. It is your choice for your story.